Hey guys, what's going on? So I posted a quick video, well, not so quick video last week. Okay, it ended up being 2 hours and a half. So I'm gonna chop this down right now, but I wanted to share this bit with you guys today because I feel like if you're looking to build an SMMA or build an agency, car dealerships are the way to go right now. It's not gonna last forever. It was not the case in the past, and it might not be the case in the future, maybe 5 or 10 years from now. But there's a lot to be done right now because it's a lot of fun to work with these guys. The market has changed a ton over the last few years. Obviously, you know why. But there's a tremendous opportunity for you guys if you want to build a solid business wherever you are, whether it's in Europe, South America, South Africa, Africa itself, Asia. I've been getting people reach out from all over trying to see if it's possible to build a business. And good news, it is, but you got to know where to start, how to do it properly, just to make sure you help those car dealerships get on social media the right way. So if you haven't watched the full training yet, I'm gonna place the link in below here in the description. But meanwhile, I just chopped a portion of the video just to show you a little bit on why right now is the right time to get in the business working with car dealerships, while other niches are like completely saturated. And frankly, I'm not sure which niche is better than like the working with auto dealers, because there's a lot of them, a lot of things to be done with them, different like profit centers, unlimited budget when things work, and they're pretty much easy to find. But there's also a lot of competition trying to work with these guys. So if you've been wondering on how to build a business in this niche, watch this video. It's going to help you decide whether or not you're ready or a fit to work with car dealerships. And then it's going to tell you if it's the best niche for your SMMA. But also it's going to help you decide if it's not. So if it's not, you can just close this down and keep moving on to the next thing. But for those who are interested in working with auto dealers in terms of social media marketing, watch this quick video. It's going to be 20-25 minutes. Hopefully it's going to bring you some insight on what you should be doing. And just make sure you watch the whole training. I'm going to drop the link in the description as well. So enough of this. Let's jump to the video. Why you should get in the car dealership niche right now, okay? Because it's ripe to explode. The business has changed. There's a lot of opportunity right now that's not being grasped right now. So here's the current state of what's really going on in the auto space, and it's pretty much true for any market right now. That's pretty cool. So inventory is back. There was a time where car dealerships didn't have any inventory, so advertising was not something they would do because they didn't need advertising to sell cars, right? They didn't have them. They have like waiting lists for years. At that point, it doesn't make any sense to advertise your models and do some promotions. Okay, so it costs money, and you're only enraging or frustrating clients, saying, "Well, it's gonna be in 24 months from now," and by that time you paid those clicks. Doesn't work. Google has gotten super expensive and competitive over the last decade. It used to be a lot easier, a lot cheaper, but now I'm under the impression, I don't know what it is exactly. I can't tell you for sure, but it's a little bit harder than it was before on Google. It could be a mix of things, different attention spent on different kind of sites, different ways to search for products from different generations. Some will say ChatGPT is stealing traffic from Google. I'm not sure I agree in this particular case, but I can only tell you it's getting harder to pull some major volume. Facebook and Instagram's organic reach is sitting at an all-time low. So it's crazy. If you have 20,000 likes, you might just reach 200, 300, 400 people if you post. And that sucks. It's not going to make a huge difference in a business, especially if they have 4,000 or 5,000 likes. It's not going to work for them. Gen X and Gen Z are shopping on social media, which is was not the common practice for maybe boomers or people who are a little bit Gen Y, searching on Google. Right now, people are getting their information on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, that kind of thing. So it's a different shift in where car dealerships should be allocating their marketing dollars, and they should know that. Like they used to advertise on TV a lot as well. Nobody watches TV anymore. it's getting crazy. People are hooked on YouTube, Netflix, that kind of thing. Depending on where you are right now in the world. Radio, newspapers. Once you've tasted digital marketing and attribution, so if you put $1 in, you get 4 out at the car dealerships. As a car dealership, they tend to see or to be less inclined to invest in newspaper or radio, because you don't know if it works, really. I had a client at some point, that thing was crazy. They made a mistake. They advertised a Mercedes-Benz C-Class at like 25% off. Okay, so when they went to print the ad, they sent the right price in, like the wrong price in, sorry. So it was like the new C350 was cheaper than the used ones from like 3 years ago. It was a major newspaper in a major city. So they were just panicking. They couldn't do anything because when they saw it, it was out. Nobody called. Not a single soul. So all day, like 2-3 days running, they were scared as shit, right? They thought somebody would claim, because by the law, you have to accept, right? You have to say, yeah, this is what's advertised. We have to honor it. Didn't have to. Can you imagine? Like that, I'll always remember that my that client just said, you know what, this is the day I knew newspapers were dead for car dealers, and it's pretty crazy. So just keep that in mind. Email SMS marketing takes skill to increase ROI and reduce spam and subscribes. It's very, like, I love email and SMS marketing. Actually, we do it, but you have to be a pro. You have to be an expert, because it's like the average dealership is doing it the wrong way. They're too aggressive. They're landing in spam, getting their numbers blocked. So it's not a scalable and viable way of advertising for car dealerships, let alone just individuals, car salespeople. It's hard. Doesn't work. Also, TikTok. I'm a big fan of TikTok. I have a small coaching group on the TikTok, like on the car sales side, and they're making bank. Okay. But the thing is, you actually have to work. You have to create content. You have to be intentional about it. And like I find it's maybe 1% of car salespeople are, not even 1%, less than 1% are inclined to do it the right way, to put the work in, to know it's going to be an overnight thing. Just people expect to be like, well, I did a video on TikTok and it didn't work. Like, yeah, sure, you did one. You see these influencers, they were doing one every 3 hours, okay? And they're putting the work in. They are putting that as their job. They're engaging, that kind of thing. If you just took their phone and shouted like a payment at 375 people, of course it doesn't work, okay? It doesn't work this way. So you can, like, I've went through this. It's not like a viable or scalable market. If you want to do it, there's always advertising on TikTok, but honestly, just secure Facebook first. It's much simpler. You don't need to create like a refresh the videos, that kind of thing. It's a whole other beast if you want to go on TikTok with car dealerships. 100% doable, not the low-hanging fruit for you guys. And what I like the best about all of this is that 95% of car dealerships are not performing on Facebook and Instagram as it is, and the platform has been around for 15 years. They're still not grasping what's to be done. So this is why you and where you come in, because you can help them optimize this and build a business and steady stream of leads inside their dealership using Facebook and Instagram. And if you do it right, it's going to be a low maintenance for you, high reward for your client. And you know what? I put this one in because understand one thing. Car dealerships are confused, okay? More than 50% are not advertising on Facebook. Either one, because they never did it, they don't understand it, or they did it in the past and it sucked for them. Doesn't doesn't mean if you try one kind of soup that you hate that kind of soup, that you will hate all soup you will ever be presented. Shaky comparison, I know, but at the same time, it's still true, right? There's different recipes. It's like it's like cooking a cake. If you're using the wrong ingredients, it's gonna taste like crap. But if you're using the right ingredients, it's gonna taste really good, and you're gonna want some more. So this is what you have to build for your clients. For those using Facebook already, most of them are not using them and like using it to its full potential. And I love Facebook for that because it helps you spy on your prospects. You probably know, but I'm going to tell you, you can go onto a car dealership's Facebook page. You can go in ad library and try and see exactly what they're running as ads right now. You can see right now, if they have only one ad live, they already know they're not maximizing and they're not taking it serious. You also see what kind of offer they're pushing, if they're using lead ads, messenger ads, that kind of thing. So at least you'll know. It's better to reach out to someone who's already using Facebook, but it's not not taking advantage of the whole thing, because they were sold on the importance of the platform, but they're not. You already know you'll make a wow effect if you come in and you create like a bunch of 10, 12, 20 amazing Facebook ads for them and Instagram ads for them, and you really turn things up. So this is easy. Be wary of those not doing any ads right now, because you will have to sell them on why it's important first versus why to switch for you versus what they're doing right now, which is the last one is easier. If you want to convince someone to use Facebook, it's a little bit harder. I'm not saying it's impossible, but if you want to really make it easy on your end and make it easier for you to scale, make sure to go and see those who are investing already. Moreover, you could just try to see if that specific dealership is also advertising on Google, because that way they're already spending money online, so they have a budget they could move around when it's time. It's a little trick here. What else? Obviously, they need help with setting campaigns, managing budgets. They need turnkey solutions. So this is key, because car dealerships, they want a result. They don't really care how you do it, as long as you do it right. They want a result. They want to put the dollar in, and get X amount of dollars out. They care about the technical side, but just don't go over there and just explain everything you're doing. You're gonna confuse them. They're not in that business. Keep that to yourself. Just say, you know what, we're gonna do that because it served this purpose and it's gonna help you achieve this. This is how it costs. Be super upfront with that. It's gonna help you. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, no, I'm not gonna share that with the other guys, at least. See, this is why I love this industry, because they have tons of money to spend if you can show them something works. Okay, they have a lot of money. Most dealerships will allocate whether from 100, depending on the markets, right? It might be different. This is a good question to ask if you're reaching out to a key decision maker. Actually, this is a smart question. How many dollars per car sold are you allocating to marketing right now? This will give you a glimpse of their total marketing budget, especially if you're asking them how many cars are you selling yearly or monthly at the moment. So if they're selling 100 cars, and let's say, or 1,000 cars every year, and they're putting $300 per sold cars on marketing, you already know that the total budget is $300K, which is pretty good, right? And it's not crazy either. I used to have a dealership. They were it was different. It was different. But they were in a market where they had to advertise in Spanish and English pretty much 50-50. Okay, so this is crazy. So they basically had like a double budget. They had 700 and something per car sold, and they sold 1,500. So the budget was just insane. They it's so sad because it changed ownership, and then it was a group, and then they started doing everything in house. That was a big loss. But at some point, we were billing like $28,000 a month for one car dealership in revenue. So that was pretty cool. But, then again, it's not the average. It's not all dealerships are this way, but it's possible. And just so you understand what kind of questions to ask, you could see how the business works and is run, and you could understand what's the digital marketing or total marketing budget they have on hand. And then you can ask more questions at that point, just doing like parenthesis here, because they might have a website or fixed expense they need to have for marketing, which is not advertising or fluctuating. So like they might be putting their CRM inside of there, and they might be just putting their website and some other third-party marketplace that are too important for them. So know that maybe if they have $20,000 a month in marketing advertising dollars, only maybe 14 or 15 might be up for grabs. Make sense? Let me know in the comments if you have any questions about this. I might just get more in depth with that. Yeah. Okay. So there's a reason why, I really think the car dealership niche is the best right now, because one, it's evolving constantly. Okay. There's new stuff coming out every week. It's a high pressure industry. The market consumer has shifted as well, pre and post pandemic as well. It's been different. People are accepting shopping online now. It's not 100% online. People are not everyone's not buying online, but while a regular showroom might see 200, 300, 400 people per month maximum, right, including people walking into service bays, they might see 5, 10, 15, 20,000 people coming into the website. So we can all agree the web is their number one showroom right now. And as soon as you understand this, you see how important it is for car dealerships to invest online. They have more people coming onto their digital showroom than their physical showroom, for sure. And there's 100,000 car dealerships on the planet and more as of today. Okay, so the opportunity is just crazy. If you want to pick a niche, you want to pick a brand, you can do whatever you want. If you want to just work with GM dealerships or like Audi dealerships, you can do that. There's thousands of them. Okay. If you want to specialize only with Mercedes-Benz dealerships because you're crazy about the brand, you could only serve Mercedes-Benz car dealership. And actually, if you really want to do that, it might just be easier, because if you specialize with one brand, at least to start, it's going to be easier to get your next client. It's a lot easier to get your 26th client in a brand when you got 25 versus 0 to 1. Keep that in mind. It's also more scalable for you. It's smarter this way. Quick tip here. They basically have unlimited money to spend as long as things work, right? If they put $1 in and they get 4 out, they will ask you how many dollars they could put up front until they start losing money. Basically, that's the conversation you'll have with them at some point. Huge upsell opportunities as well. When you're ready to scale your products, it's easy to help them understand. They could add on some new stuff as well. Let's say in my business, I'm a little bit further down the road, but let's say we've been generating leads, but the thing is, they have a hard time knowing what they should be doing with these leads, right? So lo and behold, we have a virtual BDC system that comes in, plugs and play with their dealership, and takes the lead and just, takes lead in and puts, appointments out, so that they don't see the whole thing. They just get the appointments out of the whole thing, and it's cheaper for them versus having a team for that in the house. They don't have to train them. They don't have to really care about what's really happening, like the human resources side of things, all that kind of thing is taken care of. So see, it's a huge opportunity at some point, and what's really cool about it is that they'll actually ask you if you can help them in a way. Then you can decide if it's time for you to upsell, to create a different product and build your business, double, triple, quadruple your business at that point. Because let's say you have 21 clients and 7 of them want a different service, which is pretty much the same. You can offer them, say, you know what, I'm gonna start that at that date. Are you in? Are you out? They say yes. You come in, you already know you have a solid business foundation, you have contracts, all that kind of thing, and the risk is behind you. And also, I just wanted to put that this in here. They're super cool clients, because usually car dealerships, they have like an atypical background. Okay, they got resources. They're investing in the community. If you build a relationship with them, you'll also be able to do some non-work related activities, playing golf, going to events. One of my clients two of my clients actually lent me their car. One was a Alfa Romeo and the other one was a Porsche. I was able to drive around with their cars for a bit, and I've seen some other guys as well. I never did this, but you could say, you know what, I'm gonna work for you, but I want you to put me on payroll, or I want you to lend me a car, that kind of thing, like a demo, like as part or totality of my pay. So then you choose if you want a crazy car and just be paid as it would the crazy car. Be my guest. I prefer cash because you can use that to build. But if that's what you want to do, it's fine by me. You decide what you do. And also, my favorite here, why it's nice to work with car dealerships. Whenever you're working in the auto space, the car dealership space, you have some kind of a crystal ball. Okay, let me explain. This industry is moving so slow because it's so big. There's so much money, so many players, that it's also related to people buying a car every 2, 3, 4 years. They're not buying cars every 2 weeks, right? So everything moves super slow. Okay, it's called a dealership. I always joke about it. It's a ship, right? It's a dealership. It's big, and it's slow. It moves slow. It changes direction slowly. But during that time, other industries, e-com, fashion, all those kind of things are evolving much more rapidly. So you can actually, sitting back in the auto space, you can actually see what's coming our way in terms of software, trends, whatever's available, technology. You can see from 1 to 3 years in advance what's really going to hit the automotive sector, which I think is pretty cool, because that'll let you prepare in advance, be upfront if you want to at some point invest in new tech, grow your product offering. You can see what's coming and what's being adopted in other industries, and you'll see pretty much what's going to happen in the auto industry. So I think that's pretty cool. That's my favorite, the favorite reason right now why I love the car dealership niche so much. I wanted to take this was actually in the newsletter. If you're not subscribed, you can do so here, Automat Academy /SMMA, but not now. Just wait a little bit till I'm done inside that video. But this is the bliss point. This is where I think it's key to work with car dealerships, because you might have a huge number of potential clients. Let's say usually there's more restaurants than car dealerships, but the problem is that they don't have any money to spend on marketing. So a lot of clients, low growth opportunity. On the other hand, you want to go to you might say to yourself, you know what, I'm going to find the big fish, right? The ones that are spending millions every month. Fine. Car manufacturers are inside there. When I was doing advertising for Ford, I managed 4 million every quarter, so 1.5 roughly 1.3 in 1.3 million a month in advertising. But then how many Fords are there, right? And it's super hard to get these company, because at this point it's almost a politics game, and it's long-term agreements, and it's a lot of work. Okay, so this is why I love car dealerships so much, because it's the bliss point for me. It's enough clients with enough money. Okay, so and it's recurring as well. Some people will try to, you can always sell a website to a restaurant, but they're not gonna buy a new website next week or next month. With our car dealerships, they always need to update their promotions, their ads, all that kind of thing. So you can really build a solid recurring revenue that's not $50 a month. We're in this business to pull $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 and more per month in profit per client. Okay, so this is how you do it. This is why the car dealerships ecosystem or client or persona is the best for me. So more about why it's so before I leave you today, I want you to make sure, it's really clear for you. It's like the dealership niche is the best right now. I don't know 5 years from now that the industry is changing super fast. Now is the time to get in, because with the what happened in the last 3 years, the market shifted, companies went out of business, agencies stopped serving car dealerships. So there's an opportunity here for more people to come in. People used to be shopping offline before. They are shopping like almost 100% online right now. Car dealerships are still not taking social media seriously. They're taking it seriously, but they're not optimized right now. This is where you come in. And marketing spend scattered online, offline. It used to be like a little bit of web, a little bit of radio, TV, newspaper, all that kind of thing. But now this part is gone, so it's nearly 100% online. You don't even have to fight for it anymore. When I started, I had to take like newspapers, like $15,000 a month newspaper budget, and bring it online, where people were still scared, like back in 2014, to put dollars online because they didn't know what it was. It was crazy. Saying that today seems really crazy, but it was the reality. You do not have this issue right now. Right now, everyone knows online it's where it's at. And now, what shifted in the last few years too is that custom orders were less than 1% of sales. Now it's up to 15% in some cases, some brands, right? Because people expect now, the consumer expects or has now learned that the inventory is not going back to what it was before, like dealerships holding 500 cars on the lot with the interest raking up. People now understand that they can purchase or order their car online, depending on the website, on the dealership website, on the OEM's website as well. So this is your opportunity to help the dealership bring more people on their website and order a car at that dealership versus another one, and make it easy. Because it used to be a super local game, but now people from maybe like 50 miles away might still do business with you and order their cars online with your client if you're doing things right and make it simple for them, which was not really the case before. Now this is an opportunity to make it happen, because at the end of the day, the client doesn't really care about the dealership or who they choose. Really want to have a transparent and easy transaction and quick. So this is the opportunity to rake a little bit larger in terms of clients, and good news for you, it's more budget if you're able to do so. All right, you guys, I hope this video brought some value to you guys and some insight about if you're fit for working with car dealers inside your SMMA. If you are, I suggest, I'm going to drop the link below actually, but you could sign up to my newsletter. So every week I share a quick email of whatever I'm going through or what I've learned, or about answering questions from you guys I get either on social media, on the site, in the comments, in the community as well. I take the time to break down one idea per week. It's called the Car Dealership SMMA Secrets newsletter. So basically, I break down one idea and one issue you guys might have every week. So this way you can improve. If you're interested, join the community so we can talk together 24/7. Hopefully I can bring more value to you guys. And also check out the course if you haven't done so already. I'm dropping a full course on how to build that kind of business. Working with auto dealers is really specific, so it's not for everyone. I just really wanted to help some people work in this business, work in this industry, because the auto industry is something I love deeply, and really, really much. And no matter how hard I try to get out of it, it always pulls me back. So I figured I would just share a few of my experiences, mistakes, all that kind of thing. So head over to the description just down below. Check the link, check the website as well. Try to get some value out of that, and hopefully I'll see you inside. Cheers.